Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavadvyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. So, we are doing Dakshinamurti Stotra and we were on verse number 4. Let us read that and then proceed forward. Verse number 4. Nana Chidra Katodara Sthita Maha Deepa Prabhavaswaram Jnanayasya tu Chakshuradikarana Dvara Bahispandate Janamiti Tameva Bhantam Anubhat Etat Samastam Jagata Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye. So now we have already done this. Here Bhashyakara says Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye. This salutations to Lord Dakshinamurti, who is manifest in the form of my teacher. So as we saw in all the verses, in different ways, namaskaras are offered to Dakshinamurti. See, in the first verse, Dakshinamurti was shown as a jiva who is deluded. Then he got knowledge, he became enlightened. To that Dakshinamurti, salutations were offered. Then in the second verse, Dakshinamurti as creator, he was offered salutation. Then in the third verse, it was shown that Satchidananda, Satchit of Dakshinamurti alone manifests as this creation, as the Asat creation. And one who teaches this Tattvamasi to those who have taken his shelter, to that Dakshinamurti ji, salutations were offered. Then in the fourth verse, we saw that Dakshinamurti in reality is the Paramarthik, absolute Satta. So unless and until it comes down to the level of Vyavahara, it cannot illumine anything. Dakshinamurti ji in its absolute Satta, as Nirvikar, Nirguna Satta, cannot do anything, inasmuch as it cannot illumine the world because it is in the Paramarthik Satta. But only when it comes down in the sense it enters, in which sense it gets reflected in the subtle body, or it gets reflected in Maya at Samashti level, when it gets reflected in Maya, and at Vyashti level when it gets reflected in the subtle body, in the intellect, in Aham Buddhi. Then the whole body is illumined and even the world is illumined, and then when it gets reflected in the subtle body, which is what cognition will arise, I know, then the person becomes knower, doer, hearer, thinker, etc. And then Vyavahara is possible. So one who shines now and the world shines after him. To that Dakshinamurti, my prostrations. Now we go further. Let us read verse number 5. Deham pranamapindriyaanya chalam buddhim cha shunyam viduhu stri balanda jadopamastvhamiti bhranta prusham vadinah maya shakti vilasa kalpita maha vyamoha samharine tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye namaitam Shri Dakshinamurtaye. So now again, salutations to Dakshinamurti. Which Dakshinamurti? Who is the destroyer? Now the Dakshinamurti is the destroyer of the ignorance. Ignorance in whom? Ignorance in different vadis, disputants, who hold different kind of opinions. There are certain philosophies, and those who propound that philosophy, they do not believe in Vedanta. They do not look upon Vedanta as pramana, and they have their own opinions about what the reality is. Now here Dakshinamurti is one who destroys their ignorance. See, it is written here in the third line, Maya Shakti Vilasa Kalpita Mahavyamoha Samharine. One who destroys, Samharine. One who destroys what? One who destroys the delusion that is created by the stupendous power of Maya, stupendous power of Avidya. Avidya does two things. Avidya means ignorance, has two powers. One power is of concealing and another power is of projecting. So the concealing power, it conceals the true nature. It doesn't stop there. It conceals and then the other power comes, which is, first power is called avarana. It conceals the true nature. And then the second power, which is that vikshepa. What does that vikshepa power do? It projects. See, there is this thing called a rope lying on the road. Now, because of the semi-darkness, what has happened? Avarana has happened. So now you cannot see the rope clearly. Not that you don't see it. You don't see it clearly. And means the true nature of the rope is concealed. But that it doesn't stop there. What does it make you do? Project snake. It makes you project otherwise, in the sense that it makes you project what it is not. Ignorance doesn't stop at mere concealing, that is the problem. What does it do? It makes you project and look upon it in a different way. So that is the other power, vikshepa. Now here, that is a very big power of Maya, stupendous power. So here Dakshinamurti ji, which is presented, the Leela of Dakshinamurti. What is that Leela here? One who destroys this ignorance. In whom? In different pakshas, in different philosophies, which we will be showing. Here there are different pakshas which are presented. One is, see, in the first line, Deham, there are those people, Bhranta Brusham Vadinah. Vadinah Bhranta Brusham. There are many philosophies, and the people who believe in those philosophies, and they are highly or greatly deluded by their philosophies. Which are they? See, they are, first one is Deham. They look upon Deha. They look upon the body itself as Atma. Body itself, the gross body, is looked upon as Atma. These are materialists. These are Swabhavavadins or Charvakas. For them, what is the truth? What you see is the truth. What is Pratyaksha? What you perceive is true. The world you see as it is, the gross body you see, and that is taken as real. So that is one paksha. Then others, pranam, there are others who look upon prana as the reality. So body is breathing, body is functioning, so that itself is real. So vital air, that is prana, are taken as real by others. Then indriyani, there are others, there are so many such pakshas who just believe in perception. Even scientists are like this. They also fall in this category. Then there are others who look upon in sense organs as real. So whatever sense organs illumine, whatever data they present before you is correct. You never question that. So that is one paksha. Then achalam buddhim. There are others who look upon intellect and their belief is that the reality is momentary. These are kshanika, this is kshanika vijnana, which means they believe in the truth being momentary. Momentary consciousness. See, and that means that intellect brings up different thoughts before you. Intellect or the mind brings up different thoughts. The thought comes, remains and goes. Understand this very well. Thought comes, remains and goes. So what do they? They cannot see beyond the thought. They cannot understand that because they don't believe in pramana. What is perceptible to them is the thought. And thought arises, remains and goes. So they believe that this thought itself is real, which means consciousness arising as a thought and then going away, and then next moment there is another thought. It also comes, remains, goes. So according to them, what is the truth? Every moment there is different consciousness. Kshanika vijnana. According to them, this vijnana means thoughts, consciousness appearing as thoughts. They don't understand the consciousness as we understand. According to them, every moment thoughts are coming. That itself is vijnana. That itself is truth. And that is changing every moment. So, achalam buddhim. See, the word is achalam buddhim. Achalam buddhim means unsteady consciousness or intellect. Means the thoughts of the intellect. They come and go. So, they take this as real. According to that, this is real. See what they believe. When you don't have faith in pramana, in shastra, then you wind up in this kind of things. Because then what becomes pramana? What becomes the authority for you, the source of knowledge for you? Then what becomes the source of knowledge? When pramana is not true for you, what becomes the source of knowledge? What your intellect presents. You go by your own assumptions. You go by what you think. Because I feel this is not the right thing. But what you feel and what you think is limited. You know very little. As far as truth is concerned, Vedanta is pramana. Shruti is pramana. Because it has not come from human intellect. It has not come from human intellect. So, but these are the people who have different views. Then last one, Shunyam. There are others, Bauddhas. In Bauddhas there are 4 pakshas and one of them is Shunyavadis. Shunyavadins means they believe that nothingness is the truth. Nothingness means nihilism. Shunyam. Shunyam means there is nothing, void. That is the truth. Buddha, it appears that one paksha of Buddha, followers of Buddha, they came up with this philosophy. Shunya is the truth. And that is why their philosophy is everything is dukkham. Sarvam dukkham. Sarvam dukkham. it seems that Buddha must have seen that people are very unhappy with the experiences that life presents before them. And so he or his followers must have propagated the truth. They don't get stuck up in this. Life is what it is. Don't get stuck up. Everything will go. And what is the truth? Is shunyam. Sarvam dukkham. Sarvam kshanikam. Everything is momentary. Everything is unhappy. So you don't get stuck up. Move on. Maybe there must be some such reason. But they believe in shunyam. Everything is void. This is their belief. What are these beliefs like? These beliefs are similar to what? It is shown in the second line. Stri, bala, andha, jada, upamastu aham iti, branta, brusham, va. These beliefs which we just saw, different beliefs. One is taking Deha as Atma, another is taking Prana as Atma, another is taking sense organs as Atma, another is taking Kshanika Vijnana as Atma, another is taking nihilism, Shunyam as. All these beliefs are like. Here Bhashyakara compares them with Stri, woman. According to him, women may not be that intelligent. So women have their sentimentalism and all that. So these are the views. These are the views like the views held by women, children, blind people, whose understanding is also blind. Jada means who cannot think, dull-witted people. These people who, without thinking much, come to certain conclusions of life. These beliefs are of that type. See, the beliefs of Shunyavadins, Kshanikavadins, Swabhavavadins, all these people's beliefs are like the beliefs held by women, by children, by blind people, by dull-witted people. This is what Bhashyakara is comparing them with. And this is all Maya. This is all Maya working. What Maya means ignorance, the power of ignorance does, it deludes you. Deludes you in the sense it doesn't allow you to see the things as they are. So Maya, Shakti, Vilasa, Maya's power is very, very, very stupendous. Mayas, don't underestimate the power of Maya. It does, if you are not on the right track, then it is quite possible you may never come on the right track. And people's egos are such which will lead them to think that I am right. What I am doing is correct. What my mind says is correct. The beliefs that I hold are correct. Sometimes the more so-called intelligent people, sometimes they are misled more than simple people. Because these people are not ready to see their mistakes. Because they give too much of weightage, too much of reality to their own intellect. They will never surrender to pramana. Simple people will surrender because they don't know much and they have lot of shraddha. That is why in Bhagavad Gita and in Shastra also, lot of importance is given to shraddha. Shraddha is a bent of mind which makes you believe the vakyas of Guru coming from the Shastra. Shastra also you cannot delve in your own way. You have to go to the Shastra through a Guru. Guru also, one is well versed, not any Guru. One who is well versed with scriptures, one who knows what he or she is talking about. Then you are on, and this is grace of God. Let me tell you, this is grace of God. Otherwise, it is said, see, scientists are not ordinary people. These people which we have just mentioned, they all write big, big shastras. They have whole library. They have written so many things, printed so many things, but still they are stuck somewhere in wrong understanding. Wrong understanding will make you hold on to something which is not correct. And then when your life is built upon a wrong foundation, we understand that when the foundation of our life is built on a wrong thing, then the whole life is nothing. It may, it may be a very big building, high rise, but if foundation is not stable, then it won't take much time to fall down. Similarly, when the right perception is not there in life, when the right perception of what is the truth, who am I, what is the world, who is Ishvara, what is bondage, what is liberation, when correct understanding is not there, life is gone. Gone in the sense you are meandering. There is no correct direction. Even there are misapprehensions about the goal plus the path. When you put the wrong address in the GPS, wrong address, and then some spelling may be wrong because two places may look like same. So the address may be similar, but still difference is there. Some spelling different, street different, something or the other. But then wrong address, then wrong path. Then that lady will tell you, go this way, but you will not reach. You won't reach. Lot of time is wasted. Then coming back, then this way, this exit, that exit, and then you are late. Late, sometimes the life goes away. Whole life goes away. Much is not left. By the time we realize, we are 80. It can happen. So, Bhashyakara is Shri Dakshinamurti ji is the one who destroys this Vyamoha. Vyamoha means moha, great moha. And moha means that which makes you see a thing differently. Like in case of Arjuna, this yuddha, this war before him is really his duty. It is dharma. But he looks upon it as adharma. In the first chapter, he argued with Lord Krishna. He presented his own views, gave a long lecture, very long lecture. In the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna gives a very, very long lecture to Bhagavan. Bhagavan doesn't speak anything. There is not a single word. Only one word is there, Pashya. The Kurus which have gathered here, you see them. That's the only word Bhagavan spoke in the first chapter. And that also, Vedavyasji has not written Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. That is not there. Only Arjuna Uvacha. First chapter belongs to Arjuna. And what did he propagate? He propagated that this is Himsa and we should not do. After coming to the battlefield, and then he says that protecting dharma will be Himsa. Understand? Protecting dharma was according to him Himsa. Because Vyamoha. What was there? Moha. So when the intellect cannot see correctly, then you have misjudgment or incorrect understanding about everything. Situations, life, decisions that you make, the beliefs that you hold, and then what happens? When you don't make the right choice, when you don't think correctly, then life is making right choices, understanding right things. When you don't do that, time is wasted, everything is wasted. So Bhashyakara here says that I offer my salutations to Shri Dakshinamurti ji, who destroys this delusion, provided they come to him. Provided you go to the right person. Arjuna went to the right place. after many years. See, it never occurred to Arjuna to learn from Bhagwan. It occurred to him to take his help for Vyavhara. But it never occurred to him to learn from Bhagwan. Why? Because he thought, where is the need? Where is the need for all kinds of things? What I am doing is right. So your understanding is stuck up somewhere in Vyavhara, in life, in extrovertedness. So it is stuck there. So life, there is no real progress. Time passes, but we are really where we are. So Bhashyakara says that many great people, they may have achieved a lot, but not the right understanding is not there. The goal is not correct. And when the goal is not correct, destination is not correct, the path is also not correct. This is called stupendous power of Maya. So when prayers are not there in life, humility is not there in life, right understanding is not there, right attitude is not there, right values are not there, then you get lost. So, it is said in Durga Saptashati, Jnani namapi chetamsi Bhagavati, for even wise so-called intelligent people also, Maya will make them go somewhere else. Maya will enable them to take wrong paths, and shopping will go on. Whole life, it will pass away in that way. Shopping means not things, Sometimes for half the time you believe in this, then that, and that, and that, finished. There is no clear-cut understanding here. Today I think this is right, then that is right, then that is right. Life is gone. So, when you come to the right place, you have the right understanding. It's not an ordinary thing at all. It is not ordinary. It is the grace of Ishvara. It is the grace that we have earned. Because life really, the time that we get, we can utilize that only when that understanding is there. Otherwise, we may have more time, more life also. Longevity may be there, but of what use? Of what use is that kind of a life? Rather than that, it is better to die and start a new life with new understanding, correct one. So, this all requires grace. When will the right understanding come in your life? For that, we have to do something. We have to be living a right kind of life. Dharma, punya, Jignasa, all this will come only then and then. So, this is what is shown in verse number 5. Now we proceed to verse number 6. Come on. Rahugrasta divakarendu sadrusho maya samachhadanat sanmatra karanopasamharanato यो भूत सुषुप्तः पुमान् प्रागस्वाप्समिति प्रबोध समये यः प्रत्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये. Now, another form of Dakshinamurti is presented. Which is this form? I offer my salutations to the teacher who is there before me as Dakshinamurti ji. Now, which form of Dakshinamurti? The form. Now, Bhashyakara is showing that in the deep sleep state, what happens? Everything is folded up. Then, when you wake up, you remember that you were the one who went to sleep. And you are the same person who has woken up. So this pratyabhijna, we will see. This pratyabhijna means remembering, is a big thing. Remembering recollecting the Smriti points to the fact that the same entity is there. Same entity. So here Bhashyakara is offering salutations to Dakshinamurti ji, who remembers that he who went to sleep is the same who has woken up. There is a reason behind this, because here indirectly Bauddhas who believe in Shunyavada, they are being addressed, because they were the greatest disputants. So they are being addressed because they believe that nothing is nothingness. Shunya is the truth. So Bhashyakara will show that Shunya cannot be. Why? He will present Pratyabhignya. This Pratyabhignya is very important in Vedanta. Pratyabhignya means remembering. That is being shown as proof that I am the same one. We will see this. So, to that Dakshinamurti ji, the salutations are offered. Are you watching how in different verses, in all the verses, Dakshinamurti ji is only being offered salutation. He is being worshipped. But which Dakshinamurti? Everywhere it is different. In all the verses, different Dakshinamurti ji is there. Different ways, the different aspects of knowledge is being brought out. If you are watching this, then you will see that in each verse, different aspect of Vedanta is being brought out in the guise of what? In the guise of offering salutation. In the guise of offering salutation to Dakshinamurti ji, Namaha. Namaha is apparently the theme. Namaskara is offered. But to which Dakshinamurti? Everywhere different. Everywhere different. And through that, Shankaracharya ji is discussing Vedanta only. Discussing different principles of Vedanta. So now, see now. Bhashyakara says, just as Rahu grasta divakarendu divakara indu sadrushaha. Now here deep sleep, Sushupti is being discussed. See all the three states that we go through. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. Waking state, which other state? Dream state, and third one, deep sleep state. All three states are very important. We can learn from them. Dream state was taken up, or it shows what? That the world is also mithya. Just as dream is mithya, what we see in the dream is mithya, is just apparent. Similarly, the waking state is also mithya. Jagrat is also equally mithya, apparent and appearance like the dream. So the dream state is used that way. It is an excellent example. Now what is being shown through deep sleep state? Deep sleep means Sushupti, Nidra. It is also a very important state. It shows each and every experiences of life tell you something. Each state tells us something. Deep sleep state, what does it say? It shows that Atma is of the nature of Ananda. The nature of moksha, the nature of liberation is shown through deep sleep state. So let us see this. Just as, first the example is given. Now deep sleep is being discussed. Here first the example is given that Rahu grasta divakara indu sadrishaha. Just as the sun and moon. Divakara means what? Divakara, one who brings the day. Surya, sun and Indu. Indu is moon. So just as sun and moon, when sun and moon get eclipsed by what? Rahu. This Rahu means dragon head. When it comes, it eclipses what? The light of sun and moon is eclipsed by this Rahu. Rahu is called dragon. In English it is called dragon. So by this Rahu, the light of the sun and moon gets eclipsed. So even though they are there, sun means light, and light of the sun gets reflected in the moon. So moon is also light. But the light, this light is present, but still it has got eclipsed by what? It has got covered by that Rahu. Similarly, Sadrishaha, like that. What happens? In the deep sleep, when you go into the Sushupti, what happens? Maya samachchadanat. Maya means ignorance. Maya covers, ignorance covers, clouds. What? Puman, this consciousness, and what does this Maya do in the deep, ignorance do in the deep sleep state? I am very much there, but my whole personality, all the sense organs of knowledge as well as action, plus the gross body, plus the mind, everything is covered and everything is folded up. Karana upasamharanataha. See, second word is Karana upasamharataha. All the Karanas, all the organs. That time eyes are there, ears are, but in deep sleep state, even the rain may be, thunderstorm may be there. At night it precipitates. But we don't hear. Did you hear? Who knows what happened at night? I was fast asleep. You know that Kumbhakarna? To make him wake up, they used to beat drums and in all kinds. They used to dance. The brother of Ravana. He had a great power to sleep. He was sleeping for 6 months and waking up for 6 months. And the problem was, why? Because he was eating like anything. He had such a huge mammoth appetite. So he used to eat like anything. So then Ravana thought, if he eats like this, then the whole world the food will get over. So let him sleep for 6 months. So at least that much. So 6 months he was made to sleep, and 6 months he would wake up. But when he was sleeping, they used to, all kinds of things, commotion would go on, but still he will not wake up. So in sleep, what happens? You are there, eyes are there, ears are there, nostril, everything is there, but you don't experience anything. Sometimes some champions, children are taken from one room to another room, but they don't know anything. While watching the TV, they will go to sleep. And then the mother takes the father, the dad will take him to the bedroom. And then in the morning he will say, how come I am here? I was watching the TV, but you don't know. Why? Deep sleep, what happens? The personality is folded up. Personality gets completely withdrawn. It is completely folded up. Who does this? Maya. Who does this? Ignorance. Ignorance is there. Ignorance does this. So in deep sleep state, ignorance takes over. Ignorance takes over and completely clouds, completely enables all the sense organs and the personality and intellect and mind to fold up. So it is not there. That time what happens? Then what remains over there? Sanmatraha. What is left over there? Only existence. He is not dead. The person is not dead. Chala gaya nahi hai. He is not dead. He is there. But what is available now? Only existence. Prana is there very much. In the deep sleep also prana is there. He is breathing. So here what is said? Sanmatraha. At that time there is nothing but Sanmatra. Sanmatra is Sat. Is. He is alive. Sat Chit is not covered. See, Maya, ignorance can cover what? All the body and all of that can be covered. But it cannot cover Sat and Chit. Sat Chit is not covered. And here, because the mind is sleeping, person is, all the unhappiness is created by the mind. In the waking state also, person goes through lot of experiences. He exerts like anything, so gets tired. And then goes to sleep, goes to dream state. From waking state, the person may go to sleep, deep sleep state, and from there he may pass on to which state? Dream state. But in the dream state also he goes again through different experiences. There also somebody will insult him in the dream. In dream or whatever happens in waking state, same thing is repeated in more or less is repeated in the dream state. So there also he gets exhausted. There is shrama. Exertion is there even in the dream state. So from there also he passes to what? Now deep sleep. Now here there is no exertion. Why? Because mind is not thinking. Intellect is not passing judgments. I am this, I am that, he did this to me, she did this to me. All these things are temporarily folded up. So now what happens? Now the Ananda of the Atma gets chance to manifest. All along it was manifesting. But mind was not allowed, mind and its judgments and its thinking was not allowing this happiness of Atma to manifest. It was there, but mind would say, this is not proper, this is not proper. So mind would keep on reacting. Because of that Ananda I was not experiencing. Even though it was there. Even though it is there, we don't experience. But now is a state where who is available? Only Sat Chit Ananda. Available in the sense, rest of the things are sleeping. Only Sat Chit Ananda is there. But here, what happens? Shunyavadis say that in deep sleep state, there is Shunyam. Here again, Shunyavadis, those who believe in void, those who propound the theory that the truth is nothing but nihilists. These are called nihilists. They believe that nothing is there. So they say that in deep sleep state, what is there is Shunyam. Now Vedanta has to say that if Shunya was the truth, then when the person wakes up, pay attention, then when the person wakes up, then what does he say? I slept very well. Sukham aham asvapsam. Na kinchid vedisha. I slept very happily. I was so tired, moment I hit the pillow, I was gone. That is why we work for sleep. We has to be right pillow, right bed, right mattress, everything has to be right. We do a lot of work for sleep because we enjoy that. Why do we enjoy? Because it is my reality. But Shunyavadis say that there is nothing over there. Now we argue against them. We show the another side that if there was Shunyam at that time in deep sleep state, then when I wake up, what should I say? I should not be able to say that I was the one who went to sleep and the same person is waking up. We remember, see, last night if I am writing a letter and I was tired, then I went to sleep. Sometimes, people sleep right there. Then in the morning, again, they will start writing from where? From where they have left. Not all over again. You write from where you left, which means you remember that I was the one who did that work, means I am the same person. Otherwise, every day what will happen when we wake up? You will not know me and I will not recognize you. But we recognize each other, do the same task, go to office, cook, everything. We pick up the threads. We pick up the threads after waking up. But if, just understand, if Shunyam was truth, then there was nothing there. Then how will I remember? This pratyabhignya. So prag asvapsamiti prabodha samaye yah pratyabhignayate. Dakshinamurti here is the one who pratyabhignayate, who remembers. Who remembers what? I who was sleeping, prag asvapsam, is the one who is now there. So the one who went to sleep is the one who has woken up. This one who remembers. To that, Dakshinamurti, my salutations. Which means that I am the pratyabhigna memory can be there only when you have experienced something. Memory presupposes prior experience. Otherwise, of what memory? Memory of what? The one who experienced a state, supposing, is now gone. A new person wakes up. Then what will I remember? The one who was experiencing the waking state, one who experienced the dream state, because when we wake up, we tell us that last night, Mom, I had this kind of nightmare. Who will remember? Otherwise, which nightmare? Who remembers? If Shunya was there. So, this continuity, this pratyabhijna, think like this. It is by this that Vedantins say, shows the continuity of Atma. That Atma is the same. Atma passes through, Kaivalya Upanishad shows that Atma passes through these 3 towns. Puratraye kridati, yascha jivaha. Jiva, this Atma, passes through 3 towns. Which 3 towns? Supposing I came from New Jersey, in between I went to Connecticut, and then I came to Boston. Am I Boston? Am I Connecticut? Am I New Jersey? What am I? I am the one who experienced New Jersey, then Connecticut, and then Boston, and then again go back to Connecticut and then to Boston. I am none of them. I am none of them. Similarly, in all of them, yet none of them. Without me, if I were not there, I would not have passed. There is a thing called New Jersey, there is a place called Connecticut, there is a place called Boston, but I am none of them. I passed through these 3. Similarly, Atma goes through waking, is not waking, so leaves it high and dry. Goes from waking to, if waking doesn't give me joy, I want to go to sleep. We people like to go to sleep. They take medicines also for that, so that this is once and for all, I am out of this. Then they go to another state, dream state. Because there was no satisfaction, or whatever happened in waking state makes me recreate the same kind of experience. Then even there I am insulted. Even there people do not talk well of me. So I want to leave that also. And then I go to another state. Which state? Sushupti. But 3 different experiences, but the experiencer is one, same one. Different, this one remembers waking he is not the waker. He remembers the dreamer but not really the dreamer. He remembers Sushupti but he is not really the one who goes to sleep. He is different from them. None of them are his realities. He is different. Puratraye kridati yascha jivaha. Bhagwan Kaivalya says, it is from this one that the whole creation has come about. That is how Tvam Pada and Tat Pada's oneness is shown there. That it is from him that the creation has come. One who passed through all these 3. That's a different matter over there. But these 3 states, and the one in the 3 states is the same, is shown through pratyabhijna. Pratyabhijna. That I who went to sleep is the one who has woken up. If I was not the same person, how to connect? How to talk? How to do our vyavhara? Everyday new thing. But that doesn't happen. We remember each and everything. So, to yaf pratyabhijnayate tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye. To that one is my salutation. So pratyabhijna is a very, very important thing. Pratyabhijna means it is possible when you experience the thing and you remember. When you remember that which you have experienced. So this memory, this recollection is a very big thing to show the continuity. It is a very strong argument that we make against Shunyavadis. Because what do they say? There is nothing. Or the one who experiences shunyam is not shunyam. They say that shunyam is the right. Nihilists say that shunyam is the reality. But the one who experiences shunyam, is he void or what? You are there to declare that I am there. One who is experiencing shunyam is not shunyam. Otherwise, there is nobody to report. I'll give you another example. You enter a dark room, in a dark room, and then you say, I cannot see anything. Where the chair is, where the tables are, where the things are, I can't see anything. But then, are you not there? You don't say, I am not there. You are the one who says that I don't see anything. And when the light is made on, then you say, yes, I see everything, and now you say, I don't see anything. So the seer of the things plus the one who sees the absence of everything, the presence of everything plus the absence of things is the one. He is very much there. Nobody can negate this. Atma is abadhitam. You can never negate. The negator is always there. The experience may be negated, but not the negator. So, this is shown in verse number 6. Now we proceed to verse number 7. Balyadishvapi jagratadishu tatha sarvasvavasthasvapi vyavrittasvanuvartamanamahamityantaspurantam sada svatmanam prakatīkaroti bhajatam yo mudraya bhadraya tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye. Again, Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye. This salutations to Dakshinamurtiji, who is manifest in the form of my teacher. So everywhere Dakshinamurti. Now again different form. Dakshinamurti means each guru, each teacher is nothing but Dakshinamurti only. So Bhashyakara is offering salutation. Now which form of Dakshinamurti? Everywhere different forms. Which is the form here? One who svatmanam prakati karoti bhajatam yaha. One who reveals the true nature of the reality by this chin mudra. Bhadraya mudraya. By the very auspicious mudra. Which mudra? Chin mudra or Jnana mudra, which shows Jiva Brahma Aikya. So one who unfolds or reveals the reality by Bhadraya Mudraya. Bhadra means auspicious, very Mangala. This is one of the best mudras. Mudra which we will see. Mudra which shows oneness of individual and the total. So by one who reveals this reality by this mudra, to that Dakshinamurtiji, my salutation. So here salutation is to this Dakshinamurti. Why, when does Dakshinamurtiji do this? See. Now here it is shown that Atma, again, just as in deep sleep state we saw that in all the three different states the consciousness is the same. Because of consciousness are the three states. Consciousness illumines the three states but is different from them. Now here different stages of life are shown. See, in life we go through gamut of stages. So many different stages we pass through. But I pass through those stages, but I am none of them. I remain the same. Now just as states were there, waking, dream and deep sleep. Now different stages of life. Which are those different stages of life? If see here it shows that if we pay attention, then we will see that experiences are coming and going. Every moment there is a different experience. But the one who experiences is different from it. I experience, but still I am different. I am the one platform on which this different drama of experiences is going on. Life is nothing but a drama. Played on the stage of what? Atma. Consciousness. But consciousness is different from them. That is being shown. So, Bhashyakara in a way is showing us where to focus. If we don't know all this, where our focus is, what I've passed through. What am I eating? What am I drinking? What am I seeing? What am I experiencing? That. Bhashyakara says, go back. Rather than seeing rather than focusing your attention on what is before you, focus your attention on the one because of which this experience is possible. Understood? So, that is what is being shown. Balyadishu api jagradadishu tatha sarvasu avasthasu api. There are different stages, which balya means childhood, then adolescence, then youth, then middle age, then old age. These are the different stages of life. We see how I was in my childhood, that also I know. What were my fancies, what I liked, disliked, all that I was playing with toys, etc. That stage is gone. Then a different stage comes. When I'm adolescent, I play cricket, tennis, so many, they go to different schools, etc. Even that I passed. Then comes youth, then comes middle age. But in all this, I am the same. I am the same. The stages went away. But I am, so actually the stages belong to the body, but not to the self. Not to the self. So, plus states, jagradadishu, jagrat, swapna, sushupti, sarvasu avasthasu. In all these different states and stages, what we have to pay attention to is being shown. Vyavruttasu. In one word, the nature of all these stages is shown. Vyavruttasu. What are these stages? They are going. They are replacing one another. Childhood comes and then is replaced by adolescence. Adolescence comes and is replaced by youth. Youth comes and we want it to stay. We want it to stay. But it is also replaced by middle age. And then the stage which we just don't like, that also comes. Middle age is also replaced by old age. We don't want it. And that also will be replaced by what? All these are what? The saving grace. Where is the saving grace? Vyavruttasu. They all replace each other. But they cannot replace what? Vyavruttasu anuvartamanam. In all these different stages, who is constantly manifesting, who is constantly saying, pay attention to me. I am not changing. I am the same. Every moment aham is saying, vartamanam aham iti sfurantam sada. Constantly Atma or consciousness is saying, I am, I am, I am, I am. Because what do you say? I am a child. Mom, give me chocolate. Give me chocolate. I am a child. That time you say, I am child. With I am, we attached what? Child. Then I say, get me a bicycle. Get me a new cell phone. Mom, get me branded clothes. I will not wear these ordinary things. Who says this? I am. Then I am goes to university. I want to go in the best of the university, Harvard University. Let us go and look and all that. I am. Again the same I. The same I. Now I have to get checked my diabetes, BP, all this. Who I am. Then the I, now knee is not working, shoulder is not working, back is giving problem, so many things. I am. Then others will say, gone. But even then, who remains? The same fellow is born again. Same I. In a different costume. In one costume also different shades. Then you change the costume altogether. Go into a new costume. But who? Wearer is the same. In all this, all the while I is there. Aham, 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 aham. I am, I am, I am. This doesn't change. And we are attached where? In the stages. Not to this I. In all these changing states, I remain the same. Infallible. We search for infallible in life. We want somebody to be loyal to us. Never leave us. We look for that kind of a friend, that kind of a partner, that kind of a place. Everybody looks for that. But where is that? Where is that? Not there. It is not there. Otherwise we have, complaints about everyone. Then complain about why did you go away when I needed you the most. Atma says, I am always there. You are never paying attention to me. I am the dearest, most bosom, infallible friend, always accompanying you. That is why, see, in Mundakopanishad it is shown, Dva Suparna Sayuja Sakhaya Samanam Vruksham Parishashva Jate. Beautifully Upanishad shows that there are two similar birds sitting on a branch, on a tree. On the branch of a tree, how many birds are there? Same. Same kind of, and best of the friends. These two birds. Which are these two birds? Jiva and Ishvara. Nara Narayana. Narayana is not different from us. But this is shown as two. Why? Because from this two, one bird, is constantly fluttering. This fruit, that fruit, that fruit. He always flies. One of the birds. Which is this bird? Jiva. The bird called Jiva is constantly fluttering. The other bird, Samanam Vruksham, Tayoho Anyaha Pippalam Swadavatti. One of them goes to taste different fruits. The other one, Abhichakashiti, he is just seated there. All happy by itself. Doesn't want to taste anything. Bhagwan says this other bird, when this fellow comes to know this one, then his fluttering will stop. Jushtam yada pashyati anyamisham asya mahimanamiti vita shoka. When will the shoka, when will the restlessness, when will the grief go from our life? When this bird, fluttering one, sees the other one. Because this is very adorable, very lovable, very loyal, trustworthy, everything is here. What he is looking in the fruit is not in the fruit but here. This is not different. Why this is shown as different? Just because Jiva thinks that he is different from Ishvara. But when he comes to know that I am this is my true nature, then moksha. Understood? Similarly, every moments are passing, stages are passing, states are passing, but in and through all of them, the one who goes through all this, one who illumines all this is the same. And it is constantly revealing itself. Tell me, when is this I absent? When is it absent? I is never absent. Because without this, no experience is possible. No seeing, even now also. When you are listening these words, Atma is there, because of which you listen. But if our focus is out, then we will miss this one. So, it's never away. But here now comes Dakshinamurti. What does he do? Swatmanam prakati karoti bhajatam. Bhajatam is very important word. Where will he reveal his true nature? Swatmanam prakati karoti yaha bhadraya mudraya bhajat. He will reveal his true nature. Dakshinamurti ji, Swatmanam prakati karoti. He will reveal the true nature. Before whom? Before whom? Bhajatam. Bhajatam means those who surrender, those who have come to study, means those who want to learn, those who have now vairagya, those whose goal is becoming clear. I want infallible in life. I want something that is truth, not the passing things. I am no more interested in them. They come and go, leaving me high and dry all the time. Experience comes and goes. As long as it lasts, sometimes it is good, sometimes not good. But afterwards I am alone. I have to deal with myself. Now if I have not settled account with this one, then there is problem. So, where will those who now want this, those who surrender, Bhagavan says, Mameva ye prapadyante, Maya metam tarantite, Mama Maya duratyaya daivi hesha gunamayi, Mama Maya duratyaya. Bhagavan makes it very clear. It is not easy to cross my Maya. Daivi he gunamayi Mama Maya duratyaya. Dukkhena. With difficulty you can cross. Means you cannot cross. But who can cross? Mam eva ye prapadyante. One who surrenders to me. Surrenders means you have to surrender to the truth, to Pramana, to Guru, to Ishvara. You have to surrender to consciousness. Tell your Atma, bring me back to myself. Mameva ye prapadyante mayam etam te taranti. They can cross. So this is bhajatam. Those who surrender, those who pray, those who want to listen, those who want to deliberate, those who want to meditate. These are the means. And those who want it, you have to choose in life. Yame vaishya vrunite tena labhyah. Kathopanishad says, Atma is gained by one who chooses Atma. Sorry. You have to choose him. It is there but of no use. Unless you choose. Yame vaishya vrunute tena labhyah. Tasyesha Atma vivrunute swam tanum. Before him only Atma will reveal. Otherwise it will not. Go. Go. Enjoy. You don't want to come back to me. So why should? Like that. In a way. This is how we present, So, but then, when the right bent of mind is there, right humility is there, prayer is there, when there is this mumuksha, when there is desire to be free, then we are different. And then Dakshinamurti ji comes and reveals the true nature by Bhadraya Mudraya, by this mudra, such a beautiful mudra, where this stands, forefinger index stands for Jiva and thumb stands for Brahman, Ishvara. So far this forefinger is attached to this 3. This 3 stands for samsara. This 3 stands for sattva, rajas, tamas. And then now this fellow has realized all this is mithya. So now it wants to separate. So it dissociates from this 3 and then makes a circle, and then the loop is complete. Now the loop is complete. Now it finds, just as I showed, the 2 birds fluttering. But as long as it was the one bird was fluttering, there was no peace. Then when he looks at the another one, means its own nature. When the jiva bird looks at its own nature, the other bird is right here. Then the loop will be complete. So by this mudra, means here, it may not be. See, in our culture, such beautiful mudras are there. There cannot be better. Just by mudra, Dakshinamurti ji taught. Today such mudras will not work. This will not work. You have to speak and speak and speak. But this is it stands for knowledge. That with knowledge, by exposition, when the teacher reveals the truth before those who have approached him, to such a teacher, one who reveals the truth, my salutation. This teacher is called Dakshinamurti, and to him is my prostration. So this is how in this mantra the salutations are offered to this Dakshinamurti who reveals himself. Now we will proceed with the 8th verse in the next class after the break. After break we will meet again. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. We shall meet at 11 now.
Thank
you. Hari Om.